Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back. Today we're going to work again in the Haunted Halloween Journal. And I know Halloween isn't for everybody. I do listen to the comments and all those kind of things. It's just, I love making Halloween journals and kind of Halloween projects at this time of the year. What I can say about it is you can always get some ideas from me making Halloween things. You don't have to use Halloween things, but maybe something that I do will be something that you would like to do for your journal. So that's really all it is. It happens to be that time of the year, and I do enjoy it. I really like making crafty Halloween things. So anyhow, if you'd like to watch, I would love that. If you wouldn't, I understand. Okay, so we're going to work on the cover, and I didn't show you guys this part because you know me and sewing in signatures. It went very smooth, and I probably should have filmed it, but I didn't. I will walk you through real quick what I did do. I used my book cradle. And I saw these in my Etsy shop. But the first thing I did was make a strip of paper that was the same size as the inside part of the spine here. So I used manila file folder, and I measured it to be, I think it was 1.5, because that's the width of my spine, by, I think it was 9.25. That's the length of my spine. And then I took that piece of manila file folder, I found the middle, and I scored it. And then I scored an even distance from the center on each side, which is where these two signatures were sewn in. But, and you score it. So you have a piece of manila file folder that's long, and it has 3 scores, 1 down the center and then 2 on either side. You don't have to do the one in the center. You could just measure and figure out where the 2 side lines are, because I only did 2 signatures, not 3. So you'll have those lines. Then you're going to find the center going this direction, and you put a score line through that. And then you go 1 inch up, put a score line, and 1 inch down, put a score line. Then you lay it on your spine of your book, take an awl, poke your holes at the intersection points of those score lines, and you do one, and you can probably see them, one at the 1 inch mark, one at the middle mark, and one at that 1 inch up mark. And you do that for both sides. Same, you can see where the little holes are right there. And then I just did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to stitch my signatures in. And when I use the cradle, because you can't use the cradle on this kind of a spine because it's too wide right here. So I take my my little strip of file folder, and I set it into the center of the signature. If I can find the center of this one. Oh my goodness. And I do have videos where I have sewn in signatures, so I'll try to remember to link one of them. But anyway, I put that piece of file folder in the signature there, and then take the signature and put the whole thing into my cradle so that I have this nice, this one's old too, they're much smoother now, but put it so that my awl will go down into that little dip that's all the way down. And what that does is it just gets your holes right in the center of your pages or your signature, so that they don't come out the front or go out the back, that whole thing. And then you just stitch them in. And I do that. This time I left my strings out, and I left them long, which I never ever do this. But I thought maybe if you wanted to tie something onto them. I don't really have any charms or things for Halloween, so I haven't tied anything to these, but you could put beads on them or all kinds of things, or you can just cut them off. So I started by going into the inside, up to the top, back out, come out. I went all the way down to the bottom, go in, pull it up through, and go back out the middle, and then you have a string on either side. So one string on this side, one string on this side of this central string. And I like to lift mine, tie it, you know, get it pretty tight and tie 2 good knots. And I usually hold it up while I'm doing that. That just helps me make sure that it's tight. And then you want it taut. You don't want to do it so tight that you're tearing your paper on the inside, but you want it taut so that it's almost like a guitar string. Okay, so hopefully that helped. If it didn't, like I said, I'll try to find a video where I've done that. It's so fiddly, and I feel like I drive people crazy. So for the topper, we're going to use this it's a book about English history. And I just love it because it's got a little bit of a, it's hard to see, but there's a floral imprint in it and kind of a little frame, but it's so beat up. And this was all on here, all this grunginess. So I'm keeping it just like it is because I don't want it to go away. And then I think I might just ink it a touch. It doesn't really need anything. And I don't want to make that, I kind of like the color of it. So I'm just going to dab it a little bit. And I don't think, yeah, I'm not even going to worry. I like it the way it is. So then I thought I would take a piece of creepy cloth. And you just get this at like the Dollar Tree or wherever right now. It's everywhere. And we'll put that on first. But I think I will ink it just a bit because it's sort of a creamy color, but I kind of want it with a little more grunge. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are doing excellent. It is a beautiful, beautiful fall day here, which makes me very happy, and happy October. And this is probably the only Halloween journal that I'll do this year. I might do some other little something, but I generally don't do a ton of Halloween journals and things. But like I said, you never know if you watch. I don't do anything gruesome or too awful scary. Some images might just be a tiny bit spooky, but I don't love horror or anything like that. So I don't do anything like that. But you might get an idea or something that fits with what you like to create. You don't have to do the exact same thing that creators are doing when they're creating. Just do what you like to do. Use the pieces you like to use. I just do have a bit of fun with it. I enjoy it, so. Okay, so I just kind of grunged it up a little bit just so that it wasn't quite so white. And I know it's hard to see on there, but there is some grunginess on there. It's just not super dark. And I used black soot and scorched timber. Oh, I need to say hugs and blessings. Hugs and blessings to Bex, Pat, and Sandy. Thank you guys so much for your kind comments, for watching my channel. And Bex has a YouTube channel as well. Hers is at Bex Whisper Crafts, aka Bex. And I'll try to remember to link. If I forget, just remind me, and I'll go back and put a link in so that you can find her easier, because her channel name is a little bit long. So she did the Creating with Jovi, that Halloween project that a lot of us did. So if you do like the Halloween, you should go check out all their cool makes. And I know you guys probably can't see me because I got my glue book, and it makes it easier to put the ink on that way. This is just a piece of thin corrugated cardboard. This is not the thick stuff. Oh my goodness, Pasha. My cat. He's a little flat-faced cat, and he's got allergies. So apologize if you can hear him. He's giving himself a bath, so he's snorting and snotting and, all the things that those mash face animals do when they have nasal issues. Poor guy. He's just such a mess all the time. He didn't hold it. I'm finally getting warm. It was like cold this morning. I went and walked and everything. I did warm up when I walked, but because I mostly go uphill, which is fantastic because that works the best. But yeah, it was a little bit chilly out there this morning. And I had a sweatshirt and stuff on, and I was still like, ooh, give me a little bit of that sunshine that's coming up. I'll take it though. I will take it over 90 degrees and say thank you. And then it warms up into like 80, 78, 80. I'm like, yes, that is the perfect of the perfect. I do feel bad though, because we have that nice weather and people in Florida and Georgia and North Carolina and all just are dealing with the mess after the earthquake. And that is, it's hard to even talk about weather, right? Complain about weather when poor people have that going on. It's so awful. Yeah, it's no good. That was a really bad one. Okay, I'm just going to put a little spritz of water up here. Just because I want that to kind of smoosh around a little bit. All right, so I have those, and then I also have one of these leaves. I don't know if you guys remember when we did these for the Somerset Studio magazine thing. And this one, I inked it up with the black, which I did not do in the video. I just kind of made it even more grungy looking. So there's that. And I have also this smaller cheesecloth, which is different than creepy cloth. Thought we might use a bit of this. So yeah, hope you guys are doing well. And maybe enjoying some of the fall just coming on. It was lovely. My friend Gladys, hi Gladys, she said hopefully you'll get cool temperatures for sleeping, which is the best for sleeping, right? So we did. It was lovely last night. I just want some layers of different textures. I don't know that I need all of this, because I like that look when it's got more than one kind of thing happening. I'll put a little bit more of this on here. And I'm trying to kind of leave as much of the embossed design that's on this book so you can see it. A little red string right there. Okay, I think I might pause. Well, I don't know yet. I might wait and stitch in just a minute here. Kind of don't like the way that line came out so perfect right there. But I think that's as good as it's probably going to get. Oh, I also have this. He's also playing in a bag that I have on the floor. So if you hear the crinkly, crinkly, that's one of his favorite things. It's actually a garbage bag because I've been cleaning this room and just throwing some things out that are not necessary for anybody. So, yeah. And he likes to lay on the edge of the garbage bag until I take it away. He loves plastic. Such a goofball. He's been feeling better with the cooler weather too, because the last couple of mornings when I get up, he's all Mr. Sassy Pants and, you know, running around and playing with toys. And yeah, he likes it for a while, and then he wants it to be 90 degrees again. So he can go cook himself outside in the sun. He's a silly one. I love this picture with this ghost running. I just think it's funny. Cracks me up. It's kind of a silly spooky. I have this lacy stuff here. Oh my goodness, Pasha. I do give him medicine, I swear. I swear. Don't come at me. It just doesn't really work. Nothing really works. And then I took this piece of a playing card, which you guys have seen me do, and I cut it, and then I put just some, oopsie, some netting over the top after I inked it and stuff. Just, I don't know, just thought it would be fun to pop in there somewhere. I have a web too, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Do I want to maybe put it first? No, I don't think I want the web. I think I just like that leaf. We'll use some webs in this, inside the journal maybe, just not there. I think I might tuck that up all the way to the top. All right, so now that I kind of have my, what I think I want to do. Yeah, I was gonna do some stitching. I might just have to tack some things down and then stitch, which I like to do when these things are a little bit layered. It just, to me, helps kind of hold the whole thing together. Oh my goodness, cat. It's a little piglet. Yeah, he's been happy in the morning, that's for sure. Little cooler overnight. Okay, I think this might be better if this is just out of a National Geographic magazine. So I think I'm going to glue it right onto this corrugated cardboard, which I know you're not going to see a whole lot of the corrugated cardboard, but that's okay. That's kind of the way the layering thing happens. This is going to go about here. Yeah, sorry I'm awful about the whole, maybe I'll go over the top with this. Sewing in signatures. I just feel like it's so fiddly, it probably just makes everybody want to scream instead of watch, so. I have been getting a couple of requests for watercolor, so I'm going to try here in the next, I don't know, week or so, or maybe this week if I get it planned, to do a watercolor. I did do that for quite some time last summer, but those videos just were not popular for whatever reason. And so, you know, that kind of kills my channel. And I know that's a ridiculous thing, but it's not, because unfortunately that's how I have to make my living. So that's why I haven't done very many watercolor videos, but I will do one coming up, just so, you know, I know that some people want to see that. So I do listen, I promise. I just don't always, and I don't always get to everything either. Like this week, obviously right now I'm supposed to be doing the Nothing But Neutrals, but I just didn't have a chance to get stuff together for that. And that also isn't one of my most popular videos for the week. So I don't know. It's so hard. You just don't know what to do always that people will want to watch. And I want you guys to enjoy it. So I'm going to pause and I'm do some kind of just crazy stitching and then come back and I'll put it on there. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back so I can show you. I just, you know, stretched around, did a zigzag, zigzag, just however you want. It doesn't have to be anything specific. And then we're just going to put it, I think, a little askew. I want kind of this longer part to go down here, the taller part up there, so that you can see those designs that are on that book. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my tacky glue because that's what I like, but use the glue you like when you do your projects because you got to have a favorite glue. It's a must. So you just got to try the glues and see what it is you like. Fabri-Tac would work fantastic. It's just not my fave. But that's just me. I am weird. I'm like the only person I know that doesn't like Fabri-Tac. And it's not that it doesn't work. I can't stand it on my hands. So it's just a texture thing. It's a silly thing. But if you have those issues, you'll understand. If you don't, you just think I'm silly. Which, that's fine. All right, we need a paper towel. Shocking. So I already have a mess happening, which I knew it would, but... It's the only thing with covers and stuff, you gotta kind of use a lot of glue, or it just doesn't stay. And we don't want our covers falling off. Toppers. Especially when there's lots of layers and things on them. So what you guys been doing? Anything fun and exciting? Are you starting Halloween journals? I have some people that just love, you know, the Halloween and doing the Halloween, and then people that don't. So it's hard. But I guess it's like any holiday or season that some people celebrate some and some don't celebrate any of them. And yeah, so it's just everybody's got a different, depending on how you grew up or whatever beliefs. But hopefully you still get some fun ideas, if nothing else. When I was a kid, I loved, well, like I've said before, I enjoyed Halloween. My friend and I, my best friend growing up, we had a lot of fun, you know, trick-or-treating together and just all those good, fun kid memories that you have. And we used to draw, you know, haunted houses of our, you know, on just with paper and crayons, and put all kinds of things on them, porches and everything, with all the spider webs and bats and pumpkins and just everything. So I don't know. I just think they're just good memories for me, but I'm sure there's people that don't have good memories of it, and so I totally get it. And plus, the topic obviously is but mine is more just about the good memories that I had as a kid. Okay, I think I've got it. So there is that. And then, like I said, these strings can be cut, but they could also have things hanging off of them. I just love that ghost. He cracks me up. Running across the yard like that. It's just fun. Trying to decide, do I maybe want some splatters before I put that on there? I think I might. Just a few. Do I have... Oh, I have this. I could use... I don't have my other black paint over here, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this re-inker. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just Tim Holtz ink. And you just don't need any but a tiny dot. But I do want to cover up some of this because I don't want to get too much on the ghosty, and then you can't really see what's happening without that. Paintbrush isn't going to help anybody. It was a teeny tiny itty bitty. You know what I should do, which I'm bad at. I'll just put a little bit of splatters on there. Okay, I think that'll be good. Just a tiny bit more over here. Sorry, thought I was done. I know that clinky, clinky, clinking is not great. Okay. Actually, just going to turn this over on this book page so I don't end up putting something important in it. All right, and our ghosty is free. So there's with splatters. Hopefully that's an improvement. Oh. I still ended up getting it on there, even putting that down. And I'm going to use my Tacky glue again. I'm going to put quite a bit in the middle because, like I said, I want to make sure it stays. I probably could have made it into some kind of pocket, but I don't always like pockets on the front. Unless you're doing something that, you know, it's specifically meant to be a pocket or something. Oh my word, I apologize. Just what you want to do, listen to my disgusting nose cat. He's huffing and puffing because I didn't take time to pet him while I was sewing. So he's going to pout now. He's very good at that. There's kind of a bubble right here, and I know it's the, whatchamacallit, the creepy cloth underneath, but I don't really want it like that. We don't want it to stay like that, right? See, if you have time in between, I would obviously suggest putting a part down, letting it dry, coming back, doing the splatters, you know, that whole process. But it's always tricky when you're doing videos because you don't have all the time in the world. So I hope none of you were in the line of that hurricane. I know our friend Lori at Enchanted Dreams 71 lives near there. She showed a picture of a spot where like one of their favorite restaurants was and it's just gone now. So yeah, it's just so hard. Oh my goodness. I feel horrible for everybody. I don't like the way that's sticking up necessarily. This ghost. I don't know why he cracks me up, but he does. I guess I wouldn't think it was funny if I lived in that house, but I do think it's funny, so. All right. That is what we have. I really probably should let it dry before I do anything on the inside, but let's see if we have something I could set that if I open it. Yeah, that's a little too high. A little high. This is the book that the back came off of. So it's kind of too low. That'll be all right. I did ink all these pages with some black soot, so there are definitely some marks and things, and that was intentional. Maybe we could put one of our spooky frames down. Just see. Oh, another one I wanted to put down. I want to make sure I put it on one of these pages because I love the wings of that moth on this paper. So I think I'm going to put that right there. And that we made, oh my goodness, can't remember which thing that was for. Oh, that's the Starry Night for the 50 stack challenge. Yes. Somebody was yelling at me. And I don't know what we'll put behind it, but we'll find something. Yeah, I've got a lot of ephemera already made for this journal, which is nice. I hear you, little cat. I'm sorry, your nose is so stuffy. He was playing outside, but then he came back in and now he's just wreaking havoc on my craft room. He's trying to find a sunbeam is what he's doing right now. I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. Somehow I got that. Oh, the cover. I need to stop before I mess up the cover. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was outside in the sun and now he wanted back in, but now he's gonna try to find somewhere, and there isn't sunbeams in here right now. Pasha, don't be a pest. He's trying to get it in a bag. I have to ink that a little. You never know when you make these ahead if they're going to be the right size. I mean, I measured it, but these dyed pages, oh, and these are from Betty Ann, are just a tiny bit smaller. I think these are her onion skin pages. They're a cool color because they're just a little bit orange. Very, very little bit orange. I don't know if this would fit. It would kind of look good because of the shiny and the shiny. It does fit. That's a watercolor that I did last fall. Okay, let's see how this is. I just want to make sure everything's staying. Stay where you are. Oh, I know what I could do, huh? Is clamps. If they'll reach. I always forget about clamps. I mean, I use them to sew in the signatures, but for all the other things, I forget. You don't need all that extra. Barely. Oh man, I don't have another big one right here. Oh yeah, I do right here. I'm using it to hold my faux old tape, cello tape, so I don't lose it. Voila. Now it shall stay, hopefully. Okay. There's that. Oh, see, this is the problem with the gluing. Why, you little stinker. Just by putting that belly band on. There we go. Where do we want to put, oh, I guess I better turn a lot of these pages, huh? Where do we want to put our ghosty frame? That's pretty incredible that I got that many edges with the glue. Guess it's good I went and flipped some pages, huh? That's kind of cool. Because you could still write, or like I said, just tuck some things in. What I might do is put glue, 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 and then you could slide something in, but you could also just sort of tuck things in. Yeah, I like it on that page. So that way, if you had a photo that you wanted to put in, you could do that for sure. But you could also just tuck some things in the along the edge. Yeah, I think I could back some of these and just have them kind of tucked in there for now. This one's creepy. It looks like there's a face back there in that mist. Yeah, I like that one. I think I'll back that one and put it there. Scared to move this. It's so ridiculous. I think I might fold this and do it as a little extra spot. Move all my junk. All the junk that's everywhere all the time. Right? And all these images are either from my Haunted Images kit or the Haunted kit. She looks like she's from back in the time of seances. I mean, I don't know if people still do that, but I know in Victorian era that was very popular entertainment. Terrifying because I just don't think you should invite that stuff in if you don't have to. But that's just my take on it. We played with Ouija boards too when I was a kid, and I don't know how we didn't end up with any problems, but I wouldn't do that in my house now. I know a lot of people it's just fake, but I don't know. I've heard some stories and I just don't. I don't want to take my chances. Yeah, they were big in the 80s. And we did all kinds of squirrely stuff. Have slumber parties. Tell ghost stories and all that. Okay, so that's just a little extra journaling spot there, but definitely a photograph could be slid into that frame, or you could just write in it, or you could write something and then slide something over it. That would be fun. A fun little hidden journaling spot. We have this pocket too. That definitely has an autumn feel. Do I want it in a corner? Oh, I didn't realize how close those are. This is that, it has this circle to write on. I think that'll work there. It's always hard to decide where to put stuff. I think I like it there better. I don't know why. It's basically the same page, so don't ask me. I don't know. Don't know. I'm going to take this out so I don't glue it in there, because that would be something I would do. Really getting along the edges is the important part. Did you find sun? Oh, he found the tiniest little sunbeam you've ever seen in your life. Right by my table. He is the cutest little cat. He's just such a goofball. It's very entertaining, I must say. He mugs my husband at night when my husband gets home, because my husband rubs his face really hard. I think it's the congestion, you know, and purrs, and he just loves that. I'm like, that looks awful rough to me, but you know, it's kind of like when dads have the kids kind of thing. You just sometimes have to, they just have a different love style. I need a stitch around that one, but for now I'm just gonna put it in here. Hocus Pocus. That is not my favorite movie, and I know everybody will go, but it's just not. Okay. There we have it. All right, guys, I think I will let you go there. Let's check on the front, and we will come back and do more on another day. But I think it is good. I am definitely liking it. I like the way that came out very much. So we are cruising right along now with this one. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.